Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, it has finally happened. Oh my googly moogly, we finally know that we're getting a LEGO Marvel Superheroes sequel. Well, it's not literally a sequel, because of course we don't necessarily know that it is one, because of course it's actually called LEGO Marvel Avengers, or LEGO Marvel's Avengers. So a lot of people are kind of scratching their heads still, because we're really in the early stages of this in terms of, is this a sequel, or is this going to be kind of like a side game that is going to focus only on the Marvel Cinematic Universe and not really address the entire Marvel Universe itself? Now, for me personally, I actually don't think that it's going to be a game that only focuses on the Cinematic Universe. I think that it's going to be a game that maybe in the single player does, but I think that the hub worlds are still going to address the overall Marvel Universe, which is why, of course, a lot of people are kind of worried and concerned about the fact that, are we not going to see Spider-Man? Are we not going to see the X-Men? Are we not going to see the Fantastic Four? Because, of course, if you didn't know, those franchises are actually owned by a different party and not owned by the Marvel company, or I should say Disney specifically. But of course, those properties now belong, or at least at this very moment, belong to Fox and Sony. Of course, Sony owns Spider-Man, and Fox owns Fantastic Four and the X-Men. So it's going to be really interesting to see if that will be the case. I have a gut feeling like maybe the single-player campaign aspect is going to focus only on the cinematic universe from the Marvel side of things, like the Avengers films, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and so on and so forth. But then in the hub world, we'll get to play as Spider-Man and many of the other characters. So I know that this announcement came 2 days ago at this point, but I honestly was just waiting for a high resolution image to share with you guys, just because I wanted to really showcase the image in a little bit of a better quality. And the first image that surfaced wasn't too good. It was a little blurry and stuff, so I just kind of sat here patiently, and now will voice my opinion on it. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and read the little bio, or the little information blurb that we were given, which read as follows: Avengers Assemble. Experience the first console video game featuring characters and storylines from the blockbuster film The Avengers and the much anticipated sequel Avengers Age of Ultron, and more. Now that's where it's important, of course, that it says and more, because it's not a game that's only focused on the Avengers. So that means that whatever that and more, that's going to be obviously information that we don't know yet, but hopefully it will be the kind of thing that will actually add to the game in terms of not just exploring the Avengers film and, of course, the Avengers Age of Ultron film. So as much as I would be happy with that as well, because I love those movies, well, I don't know if I love Age of Ultron, but it looks awesome. I love the trailers. So I don't know yet, but I am very hopeful about that and more. So let's continue. Play as the most powerful superheroes in their quest to save humanity. The game will be available in fall of 2015 for the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, the Wii U, and the Nintendo 3DS, and then, of course, last but certainly not least, the PC. So as you can see, still available for all the consoles, which is lovely. So those of you who are on the Nintendo side of things, you can still pick it up and have access to it. Those of you that have not yet upgraded to, of course, the PS4 or the Xbox One, you can, of course, still play them on your Xbox 360s and PS3s. And those of you that like a mobile experience, you, of course, have the option of the Vita and the 3DS. So with that in mind, I would love to, of course, also, at this point, you've been looking at it for a while, let's talk about the designs. I love the designs of these minifigures. So some of them look very similar to the ones we got in LEGO Marvel Superheroes, such as, for example, Thor. I don't really see a lot of difference in him. Like, the hairpiece looks a little bit different, but he's not substantially different. But then all of the other characters are quite different indeed. So we've got Hawkeye looking very much like he does in the Age of Ultron film. Same thing goes for Captain America. But then the two characters that stood out to me the most was actually Iron Man and the Hulk. I love the fact that they went ahead and changed his color to fit a little bit more with the film style, in terms of not that kind of dark green, but more of a lightish green. So that's really cool. I love the new hairpiece that he got. He definitely looks upset, so it looks like he's just about ready to smash stuff, so watch out. And then, of course, Iron Man. Look at the amount of detail on the torso of Iron Man. Like, that's insane how much print work they got on that chest. That just looks absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to fly around in a hub world, or at least I hope we'll get to do so sooner rather than later. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, we also have Black Widow, who has gotten a new haircut, dual-wielding pistols, which is pretty awesome as well. And we don't really see like any print work on on her chest because the guns are covering it up, so I'm not sure if she got a new outfit, but I'm assuming she would, one that of course fits with the Age of Ultron film. So with all that in mind, of course, let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Do you think that this is going to be a game that literally focuses on nothing but the Avengers films, or do you think that this is more of a kind of capitalization on the fact that this year we're going to get an Avengers movie and people are aware of what the Avengers are, so why not just go ahead and call it Lego Marvel's Avengers and then include in that, of course, some of the other Marvel characters? Do you think that this is going to be a sequel to Marvel superheroes, or do you think that this will be more of a side game and then in the future, let's say next year or the year after that, we'll get a game that is called Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 that is focused on all of the Marvel universe? And more importantly, let me know, which would you guys prefer? Do you think it's better to have one game that focuses on the comic book storylines and such, and then one game that focuses on the cinematic universes, or would you just want to have both of those combined into one game and for you to select freely between the characters? That in mind, of course, let me know if you guys are pumped up for, of course, Lego Marvel Avengers. It will be coming out in fall of 2015, so yeah, I've got my fingers crossed that it's going to be awesome. I've got my fingers crossed that we get a really, really lovely roster, and I cannot wait to get some more information on this game. Now, speaking of games, stay tuned because there's another Lego game announcement, and I will be describing and giving you guys my opinion on that one. On that one, I actually have a couple more images that I can show, so I'm going to showcase that to you guys hopefully tomorrow or maybe the day after. So thanks all for watching. Of course, smack that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet for coverage, of course, of Lego Marvel Avengers, and I will indeed catch you guys next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators.